The single most discussed question in the LEGO games community is what is the next LEGO game? And then the follow-up is why exactly do most people believe that it will be LEGO Harry Potter, or the Harry Potter franchise getting the same sort of treatment that we have seen for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Now, first and foremost, let me just lay out all the rumors that have been rumbling before. There was definitely a lot of very credible sources and people talking about LEGO Disney being a possibility, and I genuinely do believe that that was something that was a plan, something that was in the preliminary stages of actually happening, but that project was kiboshed and put on the shelf for a multitude of different reasons. Now, of course, after that, you then jump to, well, okay, if they're not going to go on ahead and make this as the next LEGO title, what could they make next? And obviously, there's a few brands that jump to mind. You think of immediately the Marvel franchise. Of course, that makes perfect sense. They've already made 3 different Marvel games, and for a little while there, it seemed like they were kind of rotating back and forth between LEGO Batman and LEGO Marvel, and going back and forth from the DC universe to the Marvel universe, and then every now and then spicing it up with an additional brand. And of course, when I say an additional brand, this could include Star Wars, this could include Harry Potter, Pirates of the Caribbean, Indiana Jones, the LEGO movie franchise, and the list goes on and on and on. And so naturally, considering that one of the latest LEGO games that we've received was LEGO DC Supervillains, a lot of people have been itching to get another LEGO Marvel game. I'm one of those people. I would love to see a LEGO Marvel game that tackles the Infinity Saga. LEGO Marvel Avengers was an excellent title that really focused on the early phases of the MCU up to Age of Ultron, and then it kind of stopped. So obviously it'd be tremendously exciting to get another LEGO title that focuses on everything that happens from the end point of Avengers Age of Ultron up until the Avengers Endgame storyline. I mean, just think of all the iconic things and moments that have happened during that era that would be incredible to see in LEGO form. But unfortunately, I just simply don't see that happening. And that gets us back to the point at hand, and that is why exactly will the next LEGO game be most likely a Harry Potter treatment that pretty much does what we saw with LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Well, first of all, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga sold incredibly well. It is one of the very best-selling LEGO titles, and it has done exceptionally well from both the commercial standpoint, but then equally as important, they have been very well received by the critics, reviewing quite well, in addition to selling well, which is kind of the magic formula that companies look for. Ideally, obviously, they lean more so on the sales side of things, more so than the actual critical reception, but they obviously like being able to have both. And so why not then apply that same formula to another franchise that they specifically own in Harry Potter? I mean, we have seen David Zaslav during a recent sales call for Warner Discovery, and if you don't know who David Zaslav is, he's the guy who actually runs Warner Discovery, which is the company that owns Warner Brothers, and of course Warner Brothers is the company that owns TT Games, who makes all of these LEGO games that we love. But he was on the call and he said the following when it comes to the success of their most recent Harry Potter game, which was Hogwarts Legacy, saying that Hogwarts Legacy has amassed more than 1 billion in retail sales and over 15 million units sold worldwide. And this was before it launched on the PS4 and the Xbox One platforms. I mean, it will most likely go on to be the best-selling game of 2023. And when you look at the absolutely incredible lineup of games for this year, I mean, that is a very impressive feat. So obviously, from a business perspective, even though there's probably not going to be nearly as many people excited about a LEGO Harry Potter game as there would be for, let's say, a LEGO Marvel Infinity Saga game, there is definitely a business case to be made that a LEGO title similar to LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, but this time focused on Harry Potter, could do very well and make Warner Discovery a lot of money. Now, I know what you're saying. At this point, you're probably typing a comment that says something along the lines of, well, Blitz, don't you know that Marvel is very popular as well, and they could make a lot of money selling a LEGO Marvel title, or why not make a LEGO Batman game? And the list goes on and on with a lot of their other franchises. And you would not necessarily be incorrect, except for the fact that we have heard David Zaslav also say the following when it comes to the strategy that they are going to be implementing going forward with their studios. He said the following: We have a very good gaming business with 11 different studios and a real talented capability. But the real differentiator for us as a company is that we own our IP. That IP belongs to us and we're developing it. And in some cases, we may choose to develop it with a third-party game technology company as well. We may be the only media company that owns, whether it be DC Universe, Harry Potter, all the content that we own, Game of Thrones, that's for us to deploy. Now, the reason why that is important is because there have been rumors that internally within Warner Discovery, there's been a very big shift towards focusing on their own IP, telling the talented group of individuals that David Zaslav himself mentioned to focus on the things that they actually own, meaning that stop looking outside of what we own and really play within the toy box that we have ownership over. Now, when we look at that, there really is a much more narrow set of properties that could make sense for the next Lego title. Now, for me, if we're talking about things that they own specifically, Warner that is, I would much rather get a relaunch for Lego Batman. I would love to see a really upgraded version of those incredible games, whether it be a remaster akin to something that we've seen with the Skywalker Saga, like let's say all the Lego Batman titles redone with a fresh coat of paint, looking very stylish, more abilities, more vehicles, more characters, more gameplay features. That would all be terrific to see. But unfortunately, I simply don't think that that's in the cards. I really do think that Batman is probably the second most likely brand to be tackled as the next Lego TT Games title. I would love to see a Lego Batman game over a Harry Potter game by a mile, but again, I think that when we look at the current lineup of IP that they own, I really think that the one that makes the most amount of sense in terms of a business sense is going to be Harry Potter. So for better or for worse, it looks like if you're excited for the possibility of a Lego Harry Potter game of the scale of Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, where essentially my guess is that it will probably be all the movies being tackled in one giant game, maybe even like the Fantastic Beasts. I don't know how like that intertwines into that world, if it actually would like make sense in one game, but my guess is that it will be something of that scale. So you will have probably a lot to look forward to, and I look forward to checking it out from a gameplay perspective. Hopefully they innovate on that front as well, should this actually end up being the Lego title that we get. But let me know what you guys think. Which Lego title do you think we will be getting next? And then also let me know which Lego title you would like to see coming up next from the uber talented group at TT Games. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I will hopefully get you guys here on the next one. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Peace out. See you later, alligators.